And we are live. So the situation is, Alex is sick. Tony has to work, and Scott Computers is on fire. So, this will be probably a one-man show this week. It seems like. So, we're just gonna start with that. Uh, Bonus content. I guess I'll talk about my week since I'm the only one here. So I haven't really been playing video games this week. That's pretty much been like a second thing. Like I jump into Persona 5 every once in a while, but like that's about it. Nothing really like uh nothing I really feel like playing at the moment. Like I said, Persona 5 was a huge ordeal. Loved it from beginning to end. But like going through that game again, it's just been like just like something I could just take my time with and just enjoy, savor it a little bit more. So like there's nothing I really wanted to play video game wise. In fact, it's been like it was 5 days since the last time I even touched a video game. So like I just pretty much just started just going through mangas and watching the anime again. Just what I felt at the moment. Been really into My Hero Academia. Like Jesus Christ, I've been like really into that. Like I'm almost caught up in the manga, so I've been reading up on that. A lot of great stuff has been happening with that. As far as like character development, of course, like Izuku's like of course he doesn't have the biggest development, but you talk about these people like All Might and like and Bakugo like fucking just like transformed into like much more of a great character in that show because you had like the typical like let's just say Vegeta characters in that show or in anime in general, I should say, where like like they're apprehensive, they don't want to talk to anybody, they're just like an asshole just to be an asshole. You had that with like, Vegeta, you have that with Sasuke, you have like a whole bunch of characters in anime, but like Bakugo is like a little bit more deeper than that, which is like really cool. Like, but you don't really get that at first, cause like of course like you see him just like fucking like beat up Izuku like all the time, so it's like like you don't know like how to really take that character for what it is, but like later on it's just like he develops so much and it's like just so cool seeing how he grows. So I really been liking that because of that reason. um I'm just checking really fast to see if this is even live. I don't even know. Stream is okay, 720p. Yeah, average live duration 1 minute. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm live right now. I am live. Okay, just making sure. Weird, weird thing. Alex let me go under his account and everything, so it's like, am I doing this right? I'm not even sure if I'm doing this right because I'm looking at the other thing. I'm gonna check for 1 second. Well, yeah, My Hero Academia, really good. Some good quality stuff on that show, for sure. Other things I've been catching up on, the latest season of Samurai Jack, which has been choice, been really good as far as that. Um, like it's crazy how it's so similar to what it used to be, because I feel like that's something that like like shows like kind of lose after a while. Like people watching Mystery Science Theater right now, um, they're feeling like, oh yeah, this is kind of the same, but not really the same. So, um, they're having issues with that. But like, I don't know if this is broadcasting. It says live right here. I'll have to see. I don't know. I really don't know. Kashino. Let's try. Just going straight to the page. Oh shit, I am live. Okay. Okay. Just had to make sure. Okay, we are live. Um, but yeah. So I said Samurai Jack. I said My Hero Academia. What else? Oh, Adventure Time. Adventure Time I caught up on too. I watched the whole new season of Elements. That was really great as well. So much with that series is like because like it's usually like I just like binge watch like when the new stuff start happening, and like so I watched that whole entire Element saga, and it's like just a lot of crazy stuff happens. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much my week. Like other than that, it's still working, saving to go to San Francisco, see all my good friends at Cunning Flame Life 3. And after saving for that, I have to save for my trip to New York for the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. That's supposed to be happening real soon. That's like at the end of June. Kind of Funny is at the beginning of June, and E3's in the middle of June. So that's like pretty much like my whole vacation time. Cause like I won't go to work during E3. I won't. I'll just take off for that. That would be easier. Obviously, I'm taking the week off for Kind of Funny, and I'll take off probably like 2 days or maybe even 3 when I go to New York for the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. So that'll be good times. Good times. Kind of upset I'm going there by myself though. Because I was supposed to go to the Saturday showing, and I was supposed to meet up with Justin around then, and that would have been fun. But now I went to the Friday show, and I went to the Friday show because I wanted the VIP ticket so I could meet Yoko Shinomura. That's like a big thing for me. So uh stuff. Scott is trying to get his computer working. I don't know if he'll get it to work, so I'm trying to stall a little bit before I start recording. But I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, I'll just start the show properly. Do something. Something has to give. Something has to happen. What is today? Today is April 30th. Alright, we're done my games that I played. I guess I'll hold out probably for another 5 minutes for Scott. Anything else I could talk about? That's not video games. I don't know. There's no one in chat either. I guess because I didn't really pimp it out. Alex usually pimps it out when he goes live. I mean, it's recording. I've seen it is, but like, it's not like on the live dashboard showing that it's recording. So that's just kind of weird. It says offline. Start your encoder. Alright, I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm just waiting out on Scott before we start the show proper. So, trying to do stuff. See if this thing's actually gonna happen or not. Well, I could probably one man it, but yeah. Talk about the games I'm not playing. Talk about news that it's just like generally just okay. It'd be like a 30-minute show, if even that. Plus, my sister's making hoagies downstairs. Ugh. Here's a conundrum that no one's gonna listen to me because no one's listening to this thing. So I'm trying to get into salads lately because I've tasted a few salads and salads are great. Salads awesome. Salads pretty delish, when I could tell. But like, I don't know what dressing I even like. Dressing is like a weird thing because I've never really eaten ranch or blue cheese or Thousand Island dressing or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know what's good dressing and what's not good dressing. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I don't like. Obviously, I'm very sheltered when it comes to these things, as far as like anything, as far as like food. So like I'm trying to figure out different things. So, in other words, I need to find somebody who can tell me what to put on salads or what salads is good. I might just say fuck it and just do the show by myself. Have to see. Have to see. No, I'm kind of glad this is like, because you can't find this on like going through like oh wait, hold on. God damn it, Nicole. I didn't know you were watching. Thank you, Nicole, by the way. Well, yeah, I guess I'll just start the show proper. Let's do this. Alright, start recording. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm recording. Alright. Yeah, it's really funky right now, Nicole. Like, I can't really see chat right now. Like, I might have to open up my phone just to see if I could see anything. Because, I'm on their Access account. And it's kind of showing me offline on the YouTube for, on whatever I'm using. So, yeah, whatever. I'll just use my phone and use the chat for that. And hopefully I could have a conversation with you guys through there. That'll be better than just talking to myself. I could figure out how to make the chat show. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, awesome. Alright. We're recording. Alright, you have me recording, so get the show started right now. It is April 30th, 2017, and you are listening to the Irrational Pastors Podcast. I am your host, Brian Nabashine Jackson, here by myself. Scott's computer's on fire. He was supposed to be my co-host with the show for me. That didn't turn out to be working right now. Tony had to do, called in at the last minute, so he has to work. And Alex is a real sick boy, but we already know that about Alex O'Neill, so we're doing this. Just me.
Finally.
Oh my God, Scott!
Oh man, did you went live?
Yeah,
It was so late that you went live.
Yeah, I will totally delete this audio because I literally just started. And I was like, I guess I'll just do this by myself then.
uh,
That was scary for a second though.
ugh. You'd have been a trooper, though.
Yeah, yeah, I've done worse. Nah, probably not, but whatever. Um, but yeah,
All right,
oh,
this I'm gonna need the doc. Oh man.
yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So we're still on bonus content, I guess. So what's up? What's been up,
Yeah,
you, man?
not too much. I had a fiasco getting into Google Hangouts.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
So I said before that Google Hangouts is built off of old web design.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, even Google itself, is phasing Hangouts out, or the stuff that's Hangouts is based on, they're phasing it out,
Mm-hmm.
which is a good portion of why Google Hangouts has a bunch of its features removed from what was originally there. I found that out later.
Yeah.
But as they change stuff and as updates keep rolling around, um, it is becoming harder and harder to get this stuff to work. And instead of having bugs fixed over time, things are just going to keep getting worse until they completely do an upheaval on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of the stuff is based on based. A lot of the issues crop up from computer to computer, and those are the worst kind. But unfortunately, that's how it is.
I think today was like the last day for like the YouTube thing to even be on Google Hangout or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think today was like the last day, but whatever. Ugh. Anything else though? Like school or what stuff you've been watching?
School's been pretty tame, although here's something that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So my computer science instructor noticed that the project was too easy for me,
Right.
and specifically me. So he said, "All right, so to tack onto your project, you now have to download an external library, which is something that they almost never have you do,
Mm-hmm.
and then make the program able to send emails to other people."
Okay.
Like, uh, all right, because it's not the worst thing to have someone do,
Right.
especially because we're working in Java and they already have libraries that make it the easiest thing in the world to do. But it's really random,
But this
and
literally just you?
yeah,
Okay.
he might have set put other people in the class on it as well, but it's a handful of students,
Hmm.
and there's like 50 people in the class.
I guess you're special. Have you watched the new Adventure Time?
I have, but I've only seen the first episode of the series.
Oh, okay, so I won't go too much into it then.
Okay, because I was looking at it, and this I've only seen the first episode of the series out, and then one of them that's in the middle. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep on the watch for the rest of this series,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll watch it when I can find it. And it hasn't happened. Have you seen the whole thing?
Yeah, I did. Spent like a whole day doing that. Like, I think it was God. When was that? I think that was like maybe Tuesday. Like,
Mm.
I just spent like an entire day just watching the entire thing. Good stuff happens. So that's all I'll really say.
Man, I wish I dug deeper.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't, I didn't I didn't try too hard when I was looking for it.
yeah, like it's always weird. Like, because it's always something like I never really pay attention to like when they're starting to do the new episodes or new season or new saga or whatever. So like
Hmm.
it always just comes out of the blue and it's like, oh, okay, I have like a whole 12 episodes to watch at once, and then like that's how it usually is.
That is that day. Whenever that day happens,
Yeah, exactly.
that is the new way you spend that day.
Yeah, and like I've been catching up on that. Been watching Samurai Jack weekly, which has been great.
Yeah,
Um,
Samurai Jack's been really good.
I'm already caught up with or I should say like with My Hero Academia. Like I've been watching that weekly, and like I said fuck it, I started reading the manga. I'm almost caught up to that. And that's like 135 chapters, and like I'm only like 123, so I'm almost completely caught up on that. So that's
Yep.
been great too. So yeah, entertainment's been pretty good for me this year, surprisingly. Because usually I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'll just watch Adventure Time and Archer, and that's about it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. My brother got sick this week, so I've been doing all the housework.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but it's just the two of us around, so it's nothing
Right.
in a smaller house. So it's for but it is the housework went from less than I was used to what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
So no real difference there.
Right.
And so yeah, I'm a couple more weeks. I'll be here.
Like when are you like? I'm like, cause I know.
Everyone's everybody's confused.
Yeah.
Everybody's confused. I'm confused. The people who are working on it are confused because this week we found out that even though we measured it out ourselves and we gave them the correct measurements, they when they went to go and measure the house, the cabinet people fucked up.
Uh-huh.
So that meant that the floor people had to, I don't know why they had to do it, but they had to unsand. They had to sand everything down again.
Oh, that sucks,
This is the third time that they've had to do that.
dude. Like, are they giving you
Because
like?
the first time, the place that they ordered the finish from was wrong. They had put high gloss in a first coat, which is only something that you do in a final coat,
Mm-hmm.
not the first one. So that had to get undone. And then the people who were doing cabinets fucked up the cabinets.
Jeez. Like, are they doing this for free or something? Cause like,
No.
man,
Yeah.
like,
So everybody's timetables are now fucked up.
man, it sucks.
And I have no idea when I'm going to be back in the house.
When your computer there just
But I
weeping.
mean, I'm I'm comfortable where I am. So
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not getting the short end of the stick here.
Right. Uh, well,
So
hopefully everything get better soon. Jeez.
yeah.
That just sucks. I would just hate that personally.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get something to drink, and I'm ready to start the show.
All right.
All right, I'll be right back.
Mini break, mini break. We're on a mini break. Ooh. Hello, hello. Hmm. Sorry if it's a bit dry in the chat here. Uh, all the issues, I didn't have time to actually pull everything up.
You got Audacity ready, Scott?
Yeah, we have the live chat up.
Yeah, I got it up. No one's really here. Nicole was here earlier, but I don't know if she's here or
Ah,
not.
okay. I have Audacity up. I just did my sound check.
All right.
Ready to go.
All right. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And because you're not Alex, I'm not gonna mess with you.
And also, I heard that really loud when you clicked on it. So.
Yeah, I gotta turn that down a bit. I'm trying to keep my face inside the mic so that it doesn't go. It's doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. I have everything pretty much where I need it to be, so long as I don't have to actually click on any of these stories.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh well.
All right. Get started. It is April 30th, 2017, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am your host, Brian Nabashin Jackson. Joined today with BB Scott Cutlier.
Hello.
Yeah, it's two-man shows this week. Alex is sick, and Tony got called in the last minute at his job, so it's just the two of us this week.
Yep. It's been over 300 episodes since the last two-man show, or did you and Alex have one a while back?
We have maybe. Yeah, I think we had one around Christmas time. I think we
this
did.
Christmas time.
No. It was like years ago, like two or 3 years ago. Yeah, so.
Probably 100 episodes then.
I could have sworn you and Tony had a two-man show one week.
Maybe, but that was also a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it has been a long time since the two-man show was propped up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just us this week, so I'll give you like the whole rundown of everything that's on the site right now. I don't think there's much of anything that happened. Let me see real fast. Oh, Logan, our boy Logan Wilkinson, I posted a new article about the Oregon Trail, about his, I guess, going back to that game after not playing it after so many years. That should be an interesting read. Alex posted a review for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I believe he already said that last week, but I'll just give another shout out for that again. And that's pretty much it for the site as far as right now. I guess you couldn't expect like Jared to write like an informed piece about like why he's not a hipster by buying a new 2DS, but whatever. We'll
Hipster anyway.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, that'll be part of news that we'll get to eventually later on. So yeah, I guess we'll just go straight into games. I didn't play that much this week, so I'll just go straight to the head because Scott will be the anchor as far as like video games this week. A little bit more Persona 5. I'm still like in my not really willing one to play video games that much. Excuse me, but like like it was like 5 days of me just not playing video games. I've just been like watching shows and reading manga. So like just like dip my toes back into Persona 5 a little bit. Nothing to really talk about. I said everything about it. Whatever I need to say about that game. Probably like the biggest thing I would really say like after like thinking about that game after a while and like how I really feel in my heart about it. It's still one of my favorite games of all time. Probably still doesn't beat Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix as far as like that's still my number one. I still think I still need to replay that though. I got the HD remix of that and it's in 60 frames, so like I'm really excited to play that again. So I'll have a final judgment as far as after I replay that when I go finally get to that part of that. But like this is definitely like probably like my number 2 as far as like my favorite games ever as far as video games.
Yeah, no, that's Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is hard to beat.
Yeah,
that's something coming from someone who never replays games.
Mm-hmm. That's something true for you, definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions like with both you both Persona 5 and Pro Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix like uh yeah, there's a lot of things like in my mind. Like I'll probably talk about it later with Alex because we're supposed to do like a whole deep dive about Persona 5, just the two of us before we do the whole spoiler cast. So like maybe I'll get more in depth with it on there, but like yeah, yeah. Still Persona 5 though, fantastic game. Love that game to death. Other than that, I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. That is Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, which is good. Being able to take it anywhere you want to has been like really great. Not that I take my Switch anywhere because like I don't want to.
But
um,
but you can now, instead of being locked to one room, you can now actually take your Switch from the living room over to your actual room, or from your actual room to your living room,
exactly.
and that makes it that much better.
Mm-hmm. Especially since I have a Pro controller. Since I have a Pro controller, I could give my nephew the whole fucked up Switch setup. Like, like, and he'll play it like that. Like, so that's great. We can still play each other. So that's like awesome as far as that. And like, everything's super polished. Everything looks great. I played as the Inkling girl because that's a new character, and I really liked her for Splatoon, and that's also like my avatar profile on my Switch. So like, I really like the Inkling girl. So like, yeah, that's like my main in that game. Of course, I could pick Drybone, but Greg Miller's been like all over that. So I was like, nah, he's too tainted now. I don't want him anymore. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, great. I still haven't did battle mode yet. Because they improved that, and like I really want to see how I like that the new stuff in that. So that should be fun.
That was the one with the balloons, right?
Yeah. Apparently they brought back a whole bunch of like modes that were like in Double Dash, like the Shine Kit and like and some other stuff like that. So that should be really fun. So that's probably something we'll definitely do during
The
actual
balloon,
life.
the
That'd be
balloon
really fun.
popping was just one avenue of battle mode. Okay, got it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a whole bunch of other stuff as well. And other than that, Spectre of Torment finally came out for like the Wii U, 3DS, and PS4. So like I just dipped my toe into that. Plays real good, and it's like more Shovel Knight, which is always a great thing. So like definitely more better than like Plague of Shadows. From the little bit I played of it, I didn't play too much of it, but I'll probably get more into it later on when I'm out of this like little lull I'm in right now. But that's pretty much all I've been playing right now. What you got, Scott?
All right, I got a Zelda update.
Tell me.
Okay, I am having a brain fart. You played Zelda, right?
Yeah, actually I did play a little bit of that this week. I'm not too far in it, so
Okay, so this shouldn't be too spoilers for you.
mhm.
So I went ahead and last time we talked, I was just on a mission to create the map of the world, and I was almost done. Okay,
Like what areas do you have left?
I'm done now, but I'm just taking last time we spoke.
Okay, okay.
So last time we spoke, I was missing the volcano area, the Gerudo Desert, and I want to say the place that held the Rito village.
Mhm.
So I went ahead and I finally explored the entire map, which let me tell you is a pain in the butt.
Oh, I bet.
Not because you're just running around and that's redundant, but because you can't go into certain areas without going to other areas to get the gear for it.
Right.
And when you don't know what those areas are because you are specifically avoiding using any sort of guide, that just makes the entire thing take that much longer.
I bet. Like it has to be a pain to go through the volcano area. I assume. Like for instance,
It's and like I'd say the worst part about it is it's still rough going through the volcano area
mm-hmm.
because the gear that I have isn't good enough.
Right. Like I think you probably like you're just I don't know if you cook at all, but like I guess you're making like formulas so that you to be fire resistant for like a certain amount of time. I assume that's what you're doing.
I would, but those aren't strong enough. Coupled with all my
Oh.
fire gear, you have to be completely fireproof for some of those areas.
Okay. I haven't been in that area at all, so I was just
Yeah.
assuming.
And then another rough place to go to is the Gerudo Desert, because like a real desert, it gets real cold at night, and it's really hot during the day.
Right.
And this is back before I had any fire protection. I had one fire resistant flask, and that was gone before I got anywhere useful.
Mm-hmm.
So I was constantly taking damage until I finally found where I was supposed to go.
That's almost similar to what I did when at the beginning of the game, like when you're supposed to go to the shrine. Like one of
Mm-hmm.
the shrines that was in the cold area, I was just stubborn and just like fuck it, I'm not getting like anything like that's freeze resistant. I'm just like going through there, but like I'm guessing that's like nothing compared to what you're going through right now.
Kind of,
Oh
because I'm guessing you figured out the torch method for that.
yeah.
Okay, well, there's another method that you can use, which by the time you get there, so long as it's not the first place you go, which how the game sets it up, it makes it kind of very hard for that to be one of the first areas you go to.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see what I mean. You should have access to both a fire and an ice rod,
Mm.
which is how I ended up getting through that place. Because what happens is just like the torch, a fire rod makes you slightly hotter, and an ice rod makes you slightly colder.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So long as you remember to take them off and don't break them, it's a really easy to get around in the desert when you have those two items.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, there's a side quest that I think you'll really like to actually get into the Gerudo city. But I'll leave that for when you get to it.
Okay.
Other than that, I can finally make progress on fighting Ganon. Because if you don't remember, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to go ahead and collect enough to get the Master Sword. Collect enough stuff to get the Master Sword,
Mm-hmm.
which I could technically do by now, but I don't. I kind of just want to have the stamina and the hearts when I fight Ganon
Yeah.
instead of just flipping him back and forth.
Right.
So I've got another, I want to say 20, 30 more shrines to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I wanted to do is I've been hearing that the final boss is Cake if you go ahead and you wait to do everything before you go and fight him. So I'm going to see if I can beat him. I'm going to give a couple attempts at seeing if I can beat him when I haven't done pretty much anything.
Okay.
Which is, now that I think about it, partially why the game started off so slow for me.
Also, is growing more to you then. I was saying.
I still can't get into the story because the parts that they said Alex and
Tony.
not Tony.
Okay.
we had a guest on, and I'm really drawing a blank today.
Mm.
Anyway, the part that I'll just say Alex, I think it was NATO. There we go. Can't believe I forgot. The parts that those two guys said were compelling about the story were all the memories. At this point, I have 5 unlocked. I still don't care.
Do like because I just found my first memory because like I for some reason I couldn't find anywhere like anywhere I was going, so I was like fuck, I at least went one memory. So like I looked up where the one memory is at and I went to that place, and like it was like okay. Like it's almost upsetting how much like it's one of those like Destiny type of things, like oh you make your own story type of thing, and I get that, and like if that's for you that's fine, but like like I kind of like want a little bit more motivation.
That is the heart of what I was trying to tell you is the problem with this game. It is pretty much polar opposite to The Witcher or a Mass Effect game. Where sure in those games you have an open world, but you are still being toured through the world by the story with the story as the guide. And because it's so compelling and you can veer off the path in pretty much any way you want, the other issues with the world they look invisible.
I mean, like, it's weird too, because it's the whole conversation of like what's more important to you, gameplay or story type of thing, and it's like like for people with The Witcher, like the gameplay is just like ass for them, but like the story's so compelling that got them through it. Like I like both of them, which is like why that game is like one of my favorites for me.
Hmm.
And it makes me wonder, like I know gameplay is like a big thing for you too, and like this
Hmm.
game sort of
Yeah.
has it. Like it definitely, I should say definitely has it with the way with the mechanics of it, but like like I guess like the expectation of like Zelda, like something like Skyward Sword, like the gameplay
That
wasn't really
yeah.
there for there, but like the
This
story was
is
there, like whole.
this is coming off the back of both Zelda, Skyward Sword, and A Link Between Worlds.
Mm, mm, mm.
Which, even though the Link Between Worlds story was stupid, it was the best kind of stupid, and that made it good. And even though Skyward Sword had its issues with its pacing and its gameplay, mostly with the controls, because people bad, I'm stick to that one. That story was the best out of any Zelda game,
Yeah,
hands down. So
like
coming off of that and going straight back to Zelda 1 with story that's feels too forced.
mm,
At least in my opinion, feels too forced is jarring to say the least.
like because like for a good example of this is like Zelda in general, the character of Zelda in this game and the character of Zelda in Skyward Sword. Like
Hmm.
the character of Zelda in Skyward Sword, like I had like a great affinity for, and like she really was the motivation for me to keep playing that game as far as I did, because I didn't beat the game, but like I got pretty damn far in that game
Hmm.
because of her, and like because of her and Groose and like all these other characters that like or maybe those are just the only two characters I should probably say that like that really got me through that game for the time that I played it. This one like that one cutscene I had of Zelda partially because I don't like the sound of her voice, but like I don't know, man. Like it's just not clicking the same way. And
Right,
like I enjoy this game a lot, I really do. But like
right,
it's just a shortcoming that's like I just can't ignore really.
right, and like all the negativity really is coming from a place of us hearing, "Oh man, definitive Zelda game. Oh man, new best Zelda game ever." I'm like,
Mm.
back up, bitch. This game got issues.
I mean, like, I totally get where people are coming from, and like,
Same.
it's I don't know. It literally is just like a me and you thing. It's just like the one little nitpick. Is just like you could have been so much better at this. I don't know.
Because you've done it before.
Yeah.
You've done it before.
But is that it for Zelda, man?
Um, yeah,
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna say. And then let's see. I wanted to play Flint Hook, but I didn't get that code until Friday,
Okay.
and that's pretty much when my brother started to get sick. So that's when all the housework was falling onto me.
Right.
So if I had it earlier, guess we would have a Flint Hook story. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you too hard, Alex. Just just a little bit. And I want to say Tony wanted me to talk more about Puzzles and Dragons.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
last time we were cut a bit short.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the best way to start with this is these types of games. Uh, these types of games just get added to over time.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was saying last time we were talking about it, the mechanics of the game keep changing. What the goal of the game, but the goal in the game in general doesn't. It's a mix between a gotta collect them all to a have to complete every challenge they throw at you,
Mm-hmm.
and they just keep extending it by making each new challenge harder than the last, by pumping out new cards to deal with those challenges, and essentially trying to make you think outside of the box.
Like this, there's no campaign in this, right? There's no ending to this, is there?
There is no official ending,
Okay.
but there is kind of a campaign. although it's relatively new and obscure.
Hmm.
To give you a rundown, you have your normal dungeons where you start out, and there's nothing too special about these. You walk in, the monsters just vary in health, attack, and damage. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your technical dungeons, and this is where things start to get interesting. The cards that you bring in, they can be bound. They can reduce the amount of time you have to match orbs. They can lock your orbs. They can change the color of your orbs or your entire board to jammers. They can they can do all pretty much if you think of it, they can make them do this here. Although
Ooh.
of course, this is an entire set of dungeons that's over 100 long, and they keep getting harder as they go up. Then you have your limited time dungeons or your special dungeons, which changes on a day-to-day basis, with the exception of Endless Corridors, which is your free stamina dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
It's so you can test the new team that you built whenever you want to.
How far are you in this?
It's kind of hard to tell. I've completed every normal dungeon. I am up to pretty much the last set of technical dungeons.
Mm.
And there's, I want to say, half the special dungeons I've completed.
And are you intentionally
So
like co-oping through this, or are you just like having conversations that you're both playing at the same time?
there is multiplayer mode.
Okay, okay, okay.
And this recently, why he wanted to talk about it is because we completed one of the dungeons that's considered the first step into the end game. Now,
Oh.
I talked about the last few dungeons that are the hard ones. They are outlined in red.
Mm.
And basically, these dungeons, instead of having bosses with 5 million HP, they have bosses, they have a quote unquote boss every floor for 20 million HP, up to 60 million HP.
Jesus.
And, like, yes, Jesus is correct because there's a handful of leaders, a handful of teams that can break that on one turn. And generally, if they get to go, if they don't, the first time they damage you is practically a one shot.
Mm.
So you have to sweep every floor without them taking a turn. And the only way that they actually get to take a turn or hurt you is through a preemptive strike, which is they go before you do.
Is it like how was that initiated? Like, is
You
like
you you clear a floor,
uh
the
huh.
monster appears, and they go before you get to take your turn.
But that's like preset. It's not something you can like prevent to do that.
Um, the only thing you can't prevent it from happening.
Okay.
The only thing that you can do is you can set up something the floor beforehand to deal with the preemptive.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, he wanted to talk about us finally beating the dungeon called Mur Descended. Which listen to this. So in this game, you have a team of 6 cards, and to power them up, you have to level them by feeding them other cards.
Okay.
You know, cannibalism.
Right.
So what this dungeon does, it says, all right, well, fuck all that. All your cards now start at level 1. The rarer the card, in essence, the stronger the card is, the lower it levels up.
Mm.
The longer it takes to level up.
Right.
The weaker the card is, or the more common the card is, like in their terms, but it's 100% weaker every time. The quicker it levels up,
Like even your best cards.
even your best cards.
Fuck, man.
So what you can end up doing, and this was a pretty funny part about it, is while we were going through this dungeon, one of our friends is like, I can do this dungeon, no problem. Walks in there, doesn't notice all his cards are level 1, gets one shot. Rage quits. Rage quits on the spot. I'm like, listen, I warned you. So we go in, and I already beat this dungeon by myself because I got extensively lucky. When you clear orbs, more orbs come from the top. It's called sky falling, and I got a I got what I needed to clear the dungeon in a skyfall.
What?
Exactly.
Man.
So that's how I cleared the dungeon before, and I had this card. This card's rarity is, I don't know, something real high up there. And just to give you a, a dynamic between how differently things level up based on their rarity is, with a 3-star difference, one of my cards was maxed by the end of the dungeon. One of the cards was at level 7. For
What?
reference, the cards level up to 99.
Was that your first attempt?
That was not our first attempt.
Okay.
That was our second attempt.
Well, still, fuck you.
um, no, I'm talking about this. This reference point is from when we were doing it together.
Okay.
It was the first attempt when we got super lucky, though.
Yeah, still, fuck you. So, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. And so yeah, soon enough we'll be at the point where we're all probably going to quit the game because we're done. But since we're not there yet, the adventure continues.
Sure. Like, this is the point where it's like, we did everything we need to do and you're done?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's kind of like Zelda in that regard. Completing we can say that completing all the dungeons, or at least all the technical dungeons, would be the equivalent to beating Ganon.
Sure.
And then anything else you can throw on top of that would be anything else. That's
Right.
else you would want to do in Zelda.
Right. Anything else, man?
That would be it. I spent a lot of time in Zelda.
All right.
A lot of it was failing because environmental stuff.
Yeah, it happens. Want to take a break?
Small one. I'll
Yeah,
get a
sure.
drink.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back in just a little bit. Choo.
I was gonna chime and say choo choo choo.
All right. My bad. I'll be back.
All right.
All right, I'm back.
I am back. All right, let me get situated before we start up again. This is gonna be a lot of chair noise.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, ready?
I didn't hear any chair noises.
Didn't.
I did not. All right, I'm trying to open all these news. See what we got right here. All right, game spots. What else? Zelda.
Oh, right. Best is going to be interesting this week.
What?
It's just going to be two people.
Mm-hmm. Didn't see that coming. All right. News open. Yep. All right. This is where Alex will insert in news for gaming music. You should put some new ones in it though. Hold on just a second.
I mean, should the new one be me mimicking
Video running in the background.
the old one?
There we go. All right.
All right, let's start.
All right. Well, let's talk about some news. So, Atlas apologizes for previous threats loosening Persona 5 streaming restrictions. So, if you didn't know, Scott, like I don't know if you Alex talked about this or not, or informed you or not, but like when Persona 5 first released, Atlas put out a statement saying that like after a certain point that they're just like pretty much going to like take you down like all the way. Like they didn't want you to stream this game at all. They didn't want any spoilers going out there for anybody, which I appreciated, honestly.
I can, yeah. It's one of those things where it's, if they didn't, it's one of those things where a story-based game would not. People who didn't want to play this game but couldn't day one or that couldn't hold themselves up for it would had to avoid any kind of media everywhere.
Which pretty much I did.
Which it's, but you, due to this rule, you could still go to some places though.
Oh, you couldn't. Like like podcasts. It's like talk about stuff like openly and like there's like certain like people like share screenshots like all the time on social media. So like there was still a danger of that, and like for me in general, I just like completely just shut off all this stuff. Like I just took off everything.
But this gives you one scapegoat though, one escape zone.
Yeah, but like
it's one of the few times where I'm like, you know what? Especially because of what they're doing right now, which is now that the game's been out for a month, they're peeling back on it.
Yeah, that's totally what it was. I believe that for every step of the way. It's kind of like I feel like because like obviously it's 2017, people share games play all the time, and like and like people with a vendetta, which are a lot of people apparently. It's like, oh, you're telling me I can't do this? Well, I'm told now. So like people were streaming the ending and like trying to spoil it for people on purpose. And the thing is, though, is like this was kind of like the situation with like something like Fez a few years ago, where like the creator Phil Phillips for that was like kind of upset people streaming his game because like you stream that game, you see everything for that game as far as like the puzzles and everything, and like I totally like I sympathize for that, and like it's a hard case to like to actually have like a downright opinion about it, like either you're wrong or they're wrong. I think I'm somewhere in the middle where like. Because like I didn't really appreciate it. Like
it depends on the game and depends how long you harp down on it.
Yeah, like it's all about the person into it, but it's like it's also like because like I'm innocently on Twitter and then like you show me that Makoto you tell me about Makoto's persona and like that's not necessarily a spoiler, but that's a good reveal in that game. And that's my thing about it. It's like. There's some good moments that you don't want like something to spoil for you, like kind of like the Zelda thing, like
right. How I had a much bigger story to tell, but because you're going through it right now, I'm saving it.
Yeah, like for and like speaking of Zelda, like I totally saw what Ganon looked like at the end of that game because someone posted it on Twitter. So there you go. That's a clear example of something like that. So whatever. To each their own with that case, I guess. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite release date has been revealed and reveals new characters. That game is coming out on September 19th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Some of the new characters that they showed that's in the roster now will be Hulk, Thor, Hawkeye, Rocket Raccoon, Chun-Li, Strider, Chris Redfield, Ultron, and Sigma as well. So it's a whole bunch.
I believe the two new to the series are going to be Rocket Raccoon and not Sigma, Ultron. I think Sigma's been in there before.
No, Sigma hasn't been in there before. Rocket Raccoon was in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Ah, okay.
So like and there's the whole campaign and story mode with that too, where like Sigma and Ultron fuse together and it become Ultron Sigma. So like at least they're trying. Like I don't
Yep,
expect anything from that campaign, but like it'll just probably be a little bit of fun with that. Um,
definitely.
mhm. Some other news: Nintendo is launching the new 2DS XL model that has the same power as the new 3DS. Um, so like that joke I was making earlier about Jared, they just pretty much making the 2DS. It kind of looks like the 3DS, but it has a way bigger screen and like obviously it doesn't have the 3D slider on it, so like I guess that makes the screen bigger, and like in this clamshell again this time, not this big stupid tablet looking thing that the other 2DS was, and like like it's just a thing that's out there now. So or not now, it comes out on I believe July 28th for $150. Um, it honestly does look cool. I'm not hating on that. Like the only hate I got
Absolutely not.
yeah, like the only hate
Absolutely
about
not.
it is that it even exists at all.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's now that it's the clamshell design, and now it's not a big fucking monster
hmm
like the other one is. This might be an excuse for me to get a new 3DS for a couple of those games.
hmm
But at the same time, I'm like, nah, just migrate to the Switch.
Yeah,
Migrate everything to Switch at this point.
yeah. That's pretty much what
I
everyone's issue
know you
is.
can't produce them as fast as people are buying them, but just do it. Eventually, people will have it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone's sentiment online is that like you have a Switch, so why put out this thing? And like it kind of makes sense because like it's like these have a vast library of 3DS games, and like they're trying to still cater to that market. You still got like Hey Pikmin coming out later on this year, so
Hmm.
like they're just trying to like get as much as that as they can. And honestly, like no 3DS game supports 3D anymore, so it's like why even get a 3DS when you get a 2DS and do the same fucking thing? So
Yeah,
I guess it makes sense, but I don't know.
it's it's. I don't have an opinion on the 2D versus 3D because I can't see it.
Right.
So there's no there's there is now no point for me to get a 3DS now. If mine were to ever break or or anything really, because I can't. It doesn't matter if we're in the movies, doesn't matter whatever. It doesn't matter the kind of 3D. I can only really focus out of one eye at a time.
Hmm. I never knew that about you.
Yeah, that's why the jokes of me not being able to see the 3D and the 3DS were coming out when it was first released.
Hmm. That was so long ago, dude. So, and
That's also why I don't wear glasses all the time.
well, no, I thought that was to your sex appeal or something. I don't know.
No.
Let's see. So Nintendo Switch ships 2.74 million units, and Zelda rises to 3.8 million shipped.
Damn.
Um, so yeah, a lot more Zelda, like almost, a total million over Zelda games over this Nintendo Switch, which I believe that includes the Wii U. Yeah, the Wii U was a million.
Yeah. The ones that don't include the Wii U have the 99% attach rate,
Mm-hmm.
which means that there's someone out there that's fucking up because that's not 100% attach rate.
Yeah.
You know it's true.
Yeah, like what? I don't know what else you're buying for that system. There's literally nothing else. Once you switch, is nothing worth getting. So
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not 101% because it's you buy the game in the Zelda game, and
mm-hmm.
then you take the Zelda game back because originally you're like, you know what, I don't want to play this right now, and then you realize, well, there's nothing else here either. I get rid of the Switch or I buy Zelda again. So then you buy it again. These are the only cases I can think of. Either you keep it or you buy it again at a later date.
Mm, yeah, You're not wrong, sir. Let's see. Vivendi will reportedly pursue a Ubisoft takeover this year. Just a quick update of that. Like everybody knows, how Vivendi is like pretty much going out of their way to take over Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is trying to do everything they can to like stay an independent company and not have this takedown happen. Well, it seems like it's going to happen regardless anyway. Vivendi is just like trying to get all the shares that they can, and just basically just make it totally out of their control for this takeover. It's something that I'm not completely educated on as far as like how this can happen. Cause that's like a shitty thing, but like it's just like something that involves shareholders and like stocks and stuff like that. That stuff I don't really understand, but like it just makes me like that just makes me just sad for Ubisoft, because they're just like they're trying so hard just to be themselves. And I'm talking like they're a person or something, but like whatever. But they're just trying to like stay independent, and like Vivendi will just not like have that happen. So like probably by the end of 2017, Vivendi will own Ubisoft. So that sucks.
Maybe because it first has to get a stake in the company enough to warrant it a shareholder position, and it doesn't have that yet. It's been going after other things that Ubisoft essentially are very close partners with, or has a massive share in already. So think about it like how Nintendo partnered up with what's its face.
With what?
Do you remember the company that Nintendo partnered up with? At this point, I don't.
For like what game? Like
the mobile games.
Oh, DNA.
DNA. There we go. Let's just say that deal instead went off at a 25% trade instead, or in this case, we're going over French law because that's where they are, and it'll be a 30% case. It says it in the article. If they did a 30% trade, each company would have essentially count as a shareholder in each other and would have that much of a say. But
okay. Now
right, Vivendi does not have that yet. In order for it to completely own or do a full hostile takeover, it needs to have 51%.
So the more shareholders they have on their side is when they can have their takeover. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So this timeline is probably not realistic if Ubisoft is trying to fight it. If Ubisoft is not trying to fight it, then it could technically happen, because I don't think Ubisoft has a 51% in one person.
Yeah. I mean, but they've been doing that for so long. It's been like almost 2 years now that they've been trying to take over Ubisoft, Vivendi. So I don't know. Stuff is happening. And last piece of news is that Resident Evil 7 is not a hero DLC. It has been delayed. Just like a quick update for that for people who didn't know. Because like when you beat that game, it gives you like a splash screen saying like it's coming this spring. Well, spring is almost over, so they're bringing it to the summer now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it for your news.
Pretty much. Pretty eventful week.
Not really. Like
that's what we care about. Pretty eventful.
I mean, the biggest news story was the 2DS. So,
Yep.
And I don't think that's really newsworthy. So, yeah, we can't. We don't have access to the mail sack. Alex didn't give me the email for that, but I'm pretty sure we don't have anything anyway. I should see if we have anything for IPQ. I'll look really fast.
All you have to do to submit a question is at IrrationalPod
with the hashtag IPQ, which no one did. So we were good.
Dang it.
And yeah, that's pretty much the show. Thanks to Nicole in the chat, by the way. Just giving her a quick shout out because like she's been there pretty much the entire time I've been streaming.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah. She's working at the same time, so she didn't really contribute too much as far as the conversation. But like, thank you for listening anyway. Really appreciate that. So let's give you the general rundown and like close out the show. Let's see. All right. How to contact us. You can email us at mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. Our voicemail is 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. Tweet at us at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ if you want to have like a question during the show. And follow us on our Twitters at OwlFire27, at WhatTedChuz, at Nabashin186, and at Tony Horvath. Follow the site at IrrationalPod. Other stuff, rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Check out the BZT Evo podcast and Monthly Passions, our sister site that Jared does for us. Hasn't put out any lately, but I know he bought a new mic, so like hopefully he'll be putting out some new ones soon. We don't stream weekly. I don't know why we still have that. But if you want to follow us on Twitch, it'll be twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions. And go to our YouTube page. And we don't Let's Play every day, so go to our YouTube page at Irrational Passions. Check out the old archives of Alex Talks and some of Alex Plays. Some good stuff there. He's still trying to put out the Extra Life video, so like that'll come up eventually. And tell friends. Best word of mouth is the best way to spread the love and spread the gospel that is Irrational Passions. And for everything, go to our website at irrationalpassions.com. So we don't have a bet this week, but we have last week's bet. So just a quick refresher. Last week's bet on April 28th during the Kind of Funny Morning Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream. Who will win between Zyger and Greg Miller, and by how much? Alex bet Greg by 20 points. Quinn, our guest, voted for Zyger with 8 points. I voted Zyger for 8 points, and Scott, you voted Zyger for 8 points. And the winner of that was, without a doubt, Greg Miller. In a really crazy way too. Hold on, I should send this video to you real fast, Scott, just because like the end part was kind of insane.
All right,
but
explain away.
But pretty much, what was it like? It was the last lap. On Mount Wario, and like it was like Greg and Zyger, like Zyger's right behind him, and Greg was out in front, and then like pretty much like it was near the end, like literally close to the finish line. That's when like all shit just happens. So like it was like it was like a couple of turtle shells. I think it was 5 red turtle shells. It was a lightning strike, and there was a blue shell as well. And like he barely made it to be the finish line, and like Zyger got caught in the afterblast of the blue shell, so that's why he lost that match. So that's how Greg pulled off and became the winner. Hold on, let me get you this link.
Nice.
Here we go. Hold on. Shit. Here we go. Yeah. But yeah, that's the show. I don't know why I'm just lingering. So thank you for listening. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for his opening music of 2-player co-op and The World is Saved. This has been Scott and Nalpachine, so check you guys next week. Play your game, seem irrational, I guess, too. It's in the doc, Scott.
All right, titles.
The
Final Boss's Cake. Back off, bitch. This game got issues. Yes, Jesus is correct. Cannibalism. Wearing glasses for the sex appeal. I probably should have split those up better. Oh well.
Hey, this is mostly this shit you said, Scott. So.
Now that I think about it, the only one that I didn't say is the last one.
Mm-hmm. I say for me, probably Pack Off Bitch. I like this game had issues.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say the number. You say the title. This is Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 326.
Back off, bitch. This game got issues.
All right, and stop recording. Fuck, that was not even 50 minutes.
Not even 50 minutes.
Not even 50 minutes.
Well, hard to carry a show with two people.
Yeah.
And having none of them play games.
Thanks for watching, chat. See you later. Bye.